Good afternoon, boys and girls, and welcome back to Westholme School. Those of you who've been watching for the last few weeks will notice that it's not just me and Miss Thompson today. We have a special guest. I would like to introduce you to Mr. Purdy, and Mr. Purdy is the head of PE here at Westholme School, another member of the department, and he, just like us, we teach PE all the way from our very, very small preschoolers all the way up to our year 13. So, Mr. Purdy, a very, very warm welcome to you. So, boys and girls, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Miss Thompson and Mr. Purdy just to jump up on stage, and I'm going to start off with a little warm-up, and then Mr. Purdy's going to come on. I'm going to jump up there, and he's going to play a little bean game with you. And then Miss Thompson is going to be doing the meat of the activity, and that is rolls and jumps today. And then we're all going to have a go at a little challenge at the end. For those of you who were here last week, the balance challenge. So we're going to start off like we normally do with our multi-sport warm-up, and we're going to start off with football. Just copy me. It's basically forwards motion, a kick, and then jogging backwards. So use the space that you've got, alternate feet as well. So here I go. I'm going to kick. I'm going to come back, kicking off to the side, Mr. Purdy. There we go. So forwards and backwards. Lovely. As I get a little bit more warmed up, my legs might come a little bit higher again as well. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Oh, top bins there. Oh. Or perhaps they might call me Johnny Wilkinson at Twickenham back in 2003. There we go. A couple more of these. Then we're going to move on to some tennis. Oh. There we are. Right, tennis. So for tennis, let's get bouncing around. I'm going to hold my tennis racket. And then what I'm going to do is get sideways, play my tennis shot like that. And I'm going to go on my left hand, even though I'm not left-handed. Play my tennis shot like that. Back to the middle. Here we go. Big one. Boom. Call me Federer. Here we go again. Oh, yeah. Are you bouncing around like me, boys and girls? Here we are. Big swing of the arms. Let's get those arms and shoulders warm. Oh, yeah. Here we are. Oh, there we go. Whew. I'll tell you what. I'm a bit hot. I know what I need to do. I need to go and have a swim. We love swimming here at Westholme. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of breaststroke.
Don't forget your glide, Mr. Barnett.
Oh, keep my glide going. Getting my head down. Warming up my arms here. Oh, lovely jubbly.
What about a bit of legs?
Oh, what I might do, I might go for a bit of backstroke with a kick on my back. Flutter kick.
Oh, lovely. Look at those straight legs, pointed toes.
Pointed toes.
Beautiful.
Oh, lovely jubbly. I tell you what though, Miss Thompson, staying in the water, I think I might do a little bit of canoeing now.
Oh,
here we go. Can you copy me? Reaching forwards, canoeing. Oh yes, great stuff, boys and girls. Great stuff. Here we are. Lovely jubbly. And do you know what I'm going to finish with? I'm going to finish with a little bit of snowboarding. So,
my favourite.
Here I go. I'm going to balance forwards. I'm going to go back onto my heels. And then I'm going to do a 180 spin. Going down the mountain because it's skiing time. We love our ski trip here at Westholme. Sadly not happening this year, but next year it definitely will. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm balancing away.
Can you do a 360?
Oh, a 360. Talk about a challenge. Oh, nearly. Oh, there we go. So, boys and girls, hopefully blood's pumping a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump back up on the stage. I'm going to invite Mr. Purdy to come down. He's going to play a little game with you. So, Mr. Purdy, are you ready, sir?
I am. You tell me which game you want.
Boys and girls, this is the bean game. I'm going to shout out a type of bean. You've got to act out like the bean. So we'll go through nice and slowly to start with. Mr. Purdy, you ready?
I'm ready.
Can you be a chili bean?
So jogging on the spot, rubbing your arms, trying to get yourself nice and warm. So this is the chili bean.
Oh, there we go. Good stuff. Next one is a jumping bean.
Okay, bouncing. So 2-footed jump. We're bending our knees when we take off and bending them when we land. Big jumps. Good jump. That's high.
Now, I'll tell you what, Mr. Purdy, this one will appeal to you. You're a bit of a runner, aren't you? So this is a runner bean. You can do it static like this, or you can go round and round and round. Use whichever space you've got.
Got high knees and good arms there, Mr. Purdy.
Oh, there we go. Do you know what? I can watch him. Keep going. I can watch him do that all day, boys and girls. Couldn't you? All right. But I reckon let's give him a bit of a rest. Mr. Purdy, can you be a baked bean for us?
Yes, please. Thank you.
He's going to do it. He's lying on his back. He's baking in the sun. There we go. A baked bean.
I'll tell you what, Mr. Purdy, while you're down there, could you be baked beans on toast for us, please? This, boys and girls, is baked beans on toast. So it's like the beans are jostling for position on the bit of toast. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, now I'm thinking there must be some other beans. Oh, Miss Thompson, how about a French bean? A French bean.
Ooh la la.
How does it go?
Ooh la la.
Very French. So magnifique, Monsieur Purdy. French bean again, please.
Ooh la la.
Now, Mr. Purdy, how about you become a magic bean? Up on your tiptoes, arms up high, sprinkling fairy dust. There we go. Look at that, boys and girls.
Very good balance, Mr. Purdy. Well,
Yeah, it was.
it was a good balance.
So there we go, boys and girls. There are our beans. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call them out now. We're going to go through them nice and quickly. You've got to react to what I say as quickly as you can do. Either if it's baked beans, you get down or jump up, whatever it is, as quick as you can. Mr. Purdy will be showing you what to do, though. Are you ready?
I am.
All right, let's start. I'm going to have to start with this one. French bean.
Ooh la la.
French bean.
Ooh la la.
French bean.
Ooh la la.
Baked bean.
Bean.
Did you get down quicker than Mr. Purdy? Well done if you did. If you didn't, don't you worry. Well done for joining in, boys and girls. Now, whilst I'm going to give Mr. Purdy a little bit of a breather, if you look in the top right-hand corner, you will see there is a hashtag up there. Hashtag WestholmeWorkout. We would love to hear from you or see you. Put that on the socials, and our media guy who's sitting behind the camera will pick that up. We would love to give you a shout out. So, Mr. Purdy, have you recovered?
Very much.
Okay, jumping beans.
Okay, big jump. Whoa.
Jumping beans.
Bend those knees. There we go. Lovely.
Magic beans. Look, can you see how Mr. Purdy's on his tiptoes, balancing there, sprinkling the fairy dust? Beans on toast! Oh, yeah, was it lunch? Oh, there he goes. Beans on toast. Well done. Run a bean! Run a bean! Run a bean. Fast as you can, fast as you can. Chili bean. Oh, chili bean. Chili bean. Baked bean. Magic bean. Oh, we're getting them up quickly now. Run a bean. Jumping bean.
It's hard work, this is.
It is hard work. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a rest in a minute while I talk to the boys and girls. Beans on toast. There we go. And baked bean. Now, while he's lying there having a rest, we'll do another round in a minute, boys and girls. Don't you worry. Remember, it doesn't matter whether you get down before Mr. Purdy or Miss Thompson later. All that matters is you're joining in, you're giving it a go. If you can pat yourself on the back and say, well done me, because you joined in, that's all we ask for here at West Home. We want you to enjoy what you're doing and just have a go at everything. Do you think Mr. Purdy has recovered enough? I reckon he has. Should we put him through the beans again? Are you ready, Mr. Purdy?
I am.
Run a bean! Run a bean! Run a bean!
As fast as you can on the spot.
Fast
So
as
you
you
get your
can.
knees high.
Magic bean!
Balancing.
Great balance there. Look
Lovely
at that,
balancing.
boys and girls. If you've managed to get up on your tiptoes, really, really well done. Run a bean. Beans on toast. Chili bean.
Oh, it's gonna be cold.
Chili bean. Oh, it's getting cold. Jumping bean. Wow, look at the height he's getting there. French bean.
Ooh la la.
French bean.
Ooh la la.
Can I do it again? French bean.
Ooh la la.
Beans on toast.
Oh,
No! And there you go, boys and girls. While we leave him being beans on toast, everyone makes mistakes. He got the wrong one, but it doesn't matter. And at West Home, we don't mind making mistakes. It's all part of learning, isn't it? It's all part of having fun. So, well done, Miss Buddy. You can stop doing your beans on toast. Be a baked bean now. Be a baked bean. And do you know what, boys and girls? I think we're going to have to finish the bean game seeing Mr. Purdy be a French bean one last time. Can you be a French bean, please?
Ooh la la.
Shall we give him a clap? Well done. Now, Mr. Purdy, can I invite you to come up to the stage? And Miss Thompson's going to take over. So, whilst Miss Thompson just gets down onto the stage there, boys and girls, remember, use the hashtag up here. We would love to hear from you, all right? Join in, give everything a go. Now, for this one, use the space that you have got. So, Miss Thompson, over to you.
Okay, now you'll notice that we have lots of mats on our floor here, and this is going to help protect our heads and our backs whilst we're doing our roly-polies. Forward rolls, backwards rolls, that kind of thing. But because you are at home, like Mr. Barnett says, you need to make sure that you have a good space available and that you have got a soft surface to work on. So maybe put a blanket down, put your duvet off your bed, ask your grown-ups first, obviously. Put some cushions down, anything that we can to protect our head. Now, can anybody remember, I'm going to ask Mr. Purdy and Mr. Barnett, which bit of our head touches the floor first when we're doing a forwards roll?
Can I answer?
Yeah, Mr. Barnett. Yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking through this, Miss Thompson. Now, if I was to put here down first, that would really hurt, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know that I want to tuck my chin down, don't I? So I would say back, right round the back towards my shoulders as well.
Very good answer, Mr. Barnett. Well done. Is that what you were
That's what I
going
was
to
going to say.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah. So, we are going to be touching the top bit of our head and the back bit of our head on the floor first by tucking our chin in. Okay, now, like Mr. Barnett said, if we were to put our forehead on the floor first, that's called a face plant, and we definitely don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm hoping by now you've got a nice softish surface on the floor. Okay, and we're going to practice today doing a jump with the forwards rolls that we practiced last week. So we're going to do a forwards roll first, and then we're going to add a jump into it. So remember, if you want a challenge, you can start from standing like this, or if we're still practicing and learning, you can start knelt down like this, okay? I'm going to start from kneeling, I think, first. So I'm starting kneeling. I'm starting with my hands above my head because we are professionals. So hands up, then down, the back and the top of my head goes down, my chin is tucked in, and then I'm going to push with my legs so that my bottom comes over the top. Okay, so hands down, head down, roll and push. So I'm finishing back in a kneeling position. Now I'm almost ready from here to stand up. So this time, whilst we're practicing, we're going to roll and then stand up at the end. Okay, so from standing or from kneeling, roll and stand. Let's practice one more time together. So here or kneeling, roll.
Oh, Miss Thompson! You're doing beans on toast.
I did beans on toast. Let's try again. Come on. Here we go. Are we ready? Roll. Stand. Yes!
So boys and girls, as you see, it doesn't always go right, does it? And that's absolutely fine. It's all part of learning, all part of having fun. If you're joining in, well done. We are proud of you.
Absolutely. So, I didn't manage to stand up the time before because I didn't have enough momentum. Now, momentum is a bit like speed. It helps us to carry our weight forwards. So, don't be scared about going a little bit quicker, okay? As long as we've got our head tucked in, we're using our legs, and we're making sure that we're nice and safe whilst we're doing it. speed can be quite a good thing because it helps us to carry our weight forward. So let's try again. From here, are we ready? Roll in and then stand in. Here, roll, stand.
And well done, boys and girls at home who've given that a go.
Okay, right. Now we're going to start making it a little bit trickier because we're going to add in a jump. Now, I want us to do a jump, a roll, and a jump. Now, depending on how much space you have at home, you could do a kind of a step in. It's almost like a jump. It's like a jump and a step. Or we could do a standing jump like this. It's up to you. Okay, so I'm going to go step, roll, jump. Okay, can you practice that? Are we ready? Step or jump, roll, jump. From here, I'm going to start here. Jump, roll, jump. Okay, let's do one more time for good measure. Are we ready? Here, let's go. Jump, roll, whoop, jump.
Very
Lovely.
nice, Miss Thompson. Well done.
Thank you. Now, can anyone remember what else we were practicing last week?
Was it a backward roll?
Backwards roll. So, let's practice a backwards roll. Remember, 2 ways you can start. You can start standing or sitting on the floor like this. I'm going to start sitting for the first one. But the most important thing with a backwards roll is what, Mr. Birdie, what do you reckon?
Safety of your head.
Safety of our head. We're going to keep our head tucked in. What about our knees and our feet?
Nice.
Oh, can you ask me? Can you ask me?
Well, Mr. Barnett, let Mr. Birdie try.
Oh,
and
sorry.
then-
I think nice and tucked in.
Tucked in on this. Go on, Mr. Barnett.
Can you put them to one side so they don't hit you in the face?
Absolutely. So we getting nice and tight in our ball. But we're going to put our knees and our feet to one side. So they're going over one shoulder. It could be your right shoulder or your left shoulder. It doesn't matter. But we're not putting them straight over the back because we might end up kneeing ourselves on the nose.
I've done that before. Boys and girls, if I can save you that pain, you've done it as well. Yeah. So, yeah, to one side, as Miss Thompson was just showing you.
So knees together over one shoulder. And remember, like with the forwards roll, speed is good. So we're getting in this position. We're going to push back, keep our head tucked in, and then from here we need to push on the floor so that we've got enough speed to carry us over. So here, tuck, push. And we finish in another kneeling position.
Very nice. Very nice.
Should we try again? Okay, let's try this together. Remember, don't be scared. If you're nice and tucked and you've got your chin down and we're using our hands, you'll be okay. Okay, you can ask a grown-up to help you as well at home. They could maybe help you get your knees over one shoulder if you wanted. So from here, push, together. Lovely. Let's try one more time. I'm going to try from standing this time. So from here, roll to here. I gave a little sneaky push then.
and that's absolutely fine. Very impressive, Miss Thompson. Now, Miss Thompson, why don't you just do your hair? Can I just interrupt you for a moment? So I'm just reading something off screen, boys and girls, and we have our first shout out. I'm very excited about this. This is our first shout out. And this is from somebody called Willa, who says she watches every week since we've started doing it and is loving joining in. That name sounds very familiar, though.
Hello, Willa.
Well done, Willa.
Well
There we
done.
go. Right, back to you, Miss Thompson.
Okay, so we're going to go from standing into a roll, back to standing. And I think you can probably see where this is going in a minute.
So
Okay.
you can.
From here, roll, up to here.
Yay.
Thank you very much.
So what could you add in?
What can we do to make this harder? Or more impressive, should I say? What do you reckon, Mum's Ferdy?
A jump.
Oh, well, a jump. Let's add in a jump. Okay, so we're going to go from standing into a roll, and we're going to finish with a little jump. Okay, so from here, roll, jump.
Oh, impressive.
Thank you very much. Been practicing at home. From here, roll, jump. Let's try one more time together. So remember, standing or sitting, that's fine. I might go sitting this time, why not? Mix it up. So from here, roll, jump. Now you'll see that when I'm starting sitting, I have less speed. So it is slightly trickier to stand up, but that's okay because we finish our roll in this position and my hands are in the right position to give me a little bit of a push. So don't worry about it. Carry yourself over and then stand up, finishing the jump. Let's try one more time. Let's go from sitting. From here, ready, roll, jump. Lovely. How are we getting on at home? Are we doing okay? Good. Now, let's think about adding the two together. So we're going to go jump, forwards roll, jump. What do you reckon next?
Backwards roll.
Backwards roll, jump. Okay? So we're going to be travelling in one direction and then travelling back again. So I should end up where I started. Let's give it a go. So from here, we're going to jump, roll, jump, roll, jump.
Wow. So you've done 3 jumps, counting, 3 jumps and 2 rolls.
Yes, I have.
Fantastic.
And they were really nicely joined together as well, weren't they?
They were.
And that's what we have to think about in gymnastics. It's about linking our movements together. So if I wanted to, I could put a little bit of a run in, like a step together, step, roll, step together, step, and then roll. Or I could do a little bit of a jump. It doesn't really matter, but we have to think about making it nice and aesthetic, which remember means nice to look at.
I remember you talking about that last week, actually.
I did. Now, let's try it again. And then I'm going to set you a little bit of a challenge to finish on, okay? So from here, we're going to jump, roll, jump, roll, jump.
That was smooth.
Thank you very
Give
much.
it a go at home, boys and girls.
How are we getting on? Okay, so let's do one more of these. Jump, roll, jump, roll, jump. But every time you jump, I want you to make sure that your feet are together and we're trying to hold our balance. Because I don't know if you've ever watched like gymnastics on the Olympics and they've done an amazing floor routine, like they've absolutely smashed it. You're thinking, wow. And then they finish the routine and they go, and everybody in the crowd goes, ooh. Why do we think that is? Why do you think the crowd goes, ooh, come on?
Does it not look smooth and aesthetic?
It doesn't look very good, does it? It doesn't look aesthetic.
Also, they've lost their balance, haven't they? And it's all about balance, isn't it?
They have. So we need to think about making every bit of our routine, even the ending, as aesthetic as possible. So let's jump with both of our feet together and try and not lose our balance. Keep our core tight, so squeeze our tummies in. Our belly button should be going back towards our spine and then up, so back and in. Are we ready? Here we go. Let's go. Jump, roll, jump, roll, jump. Oh!
Never mind, great effort. And we don't necessarily always nail it first time, do we,
No,
Miss
we do
Thompson?
not.
And that's absolutely fine. But what does practice make? Practice makes perfect, doesn't it?
Let's give it another go, seeing as we had a little bit of a wobble at the end. Let's try one more. Just for good measure. Here we go. Jump, roll, jump, roll. Yeah, did it.
Well done, Miss Thompson. Well done indeed. So, boys and girls, hopefully you have been giving that a go at home. Well done. If you have, we'd love to see some pictures of you doing it. If you get an adult, take a photo, send them in on the hashtag here using any of the socials, and we would love to retweet you or whatever it may be. Give you a shout out next week.
Absolutely. Right. Now, do you two want to join me in a final balance?
Oh, yes, please. Here we go.
Okay, now, if you watched last week, you will know that we set you a balancing challenge.
Oh, yeah.
So the aim of this challenge is to hold your balance on one leg through the full routine and not let our other leg
You thinking of lunchtime?
our other leg touch the floor. Now, don't worry if it does. Lift it back up and then carry on. But we're trying to reduce the amount of times that we're touching. Okay? Are we ready? Should we give it a go?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so we're going to start with 2 deep breaths. Trying to centre ourselves, trying to be mindful of the moment that we're in. 2 deep breaths. Are we ready? Breathe in. And out. In. And out. Okay, find your balance. And we're going to start in this position. 1 arm up, 1 arm down. Hold it. Good. Squeezing our tummies in, engaging our core. Okay, now arms out to the side. That's it. And opposite arm up. Holding that balance. Adjusting your weight if you need to. Using your toes. And now hands in together.
Oh, I've had to put a foot down.
Don't worry. That's it. Right, turn those hands. And we're going to move on to the next position. So this one is leg out to the side. Point those toes if you can. 1 hand up, 1 hand down. Okay, let's move our hands wide. So arms wide, we've got 1 leg out. Opposite hand up. Keep those toes pointed if we can. Keep those tummies nice and tight. Hands in together. Turn our hands. Are we ready? We're going knee up this time. So knee up, 90 degrees in front of us. Good, holding that balance. Arms wide. Arms up.
Oh, I'm going to have to put a foot down again. Oh, sorry, Miss Thompson.
Don't worry about it. Hold your tummies in and find that balance. Find a point to focus on. Hands in together. Twist. And this time our legs are going to go backwards. So I'm almost leaning forwards on my balancing leg. 1 hand up, 1 hand down. Arms wide.
Wobbling.
Ooh.
This one's the trickiest one. Opposite arm up. We should be feeling a little bit of a burn in our balancing leg. Hands together. Turn. Back to standing.
Whoa.
Give that balancing
Miss
leg a
Thompson,
shake.
I reckon, having watched that, the boys and girls at home, if they've joined in, hopefully you have done, boys and girls, I reckon they'll have been thinking, wow, that Miss Thompson, Mr. Purdy are pretty perfect at that. Mr. Barnett's wobbling around like a jelly on a plate. And that's absolutely fine. It's not necessarily my area of strength, but I'm going to work really hard at it, and I hope you guys do too.
And we haven't always been good at this. We've practiced over lots of weeks. We've set this challenge in our junior school. So years 3, 4, 5 and 6 have been practicing this for the last few weeks. So although it looks like on the surface, me and Mr. Purdy have just given it a go and everything's great, we've been practicing for the last, how many weeks is it now? 4 weeks.
4 weeks, yeah.
So we've got a lot better because we've practiced.
So, Miss Thompson, on my school report, you'd be writing more practice required. Okay.
Everybody needs more practice at everything.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
100%. Right, let's recenter ourselves. So 2 big deep breaths. Are we ready? Breathe in. And out. In. And out. Okay, finding our balance. Find a point to focus on. That's it. Okay, are we ready? Arms wide. Keep those shoulders down, that's it. Opposite arm up. Hands in. Twist. And down. And our leg is pointing to the side, so point those toes if you can. 1 arm nice and straight, the other arm down. Good. Arms out wide. Shoulders down, hands pointed. Keep those fingers out. Opposite arm up. There we go. We're getting it. Hands in.
Ooh.
Don't worry, Mr. Purdy.
You're not wobbling as much as I am.
Recenter yourself, that's it. Turn those hands. And we're moving to our knee in front of us, 90-degree bend at our hip and our knee. Good. Focusing on engaging your core. Arms wide. Staying mindful, so you're feeling everything in your body at the minute. Feel the tension in your legs, that's it. Opposite arm up. Hands together. We're going to twist and then we're going to move. Are we ready? Twist and move to our final position. So leg behind us, toes pointed, one arm up, one arm down. Holding it. Good. Arms wide. Fantastic balance. Opposite arm up. Remember, if you have to touch, don't worry. Just bring your leg back up again. Hands in. Let's hold this one, shall we? Let's hold it and see how long we can hold it for.
Wobbling.
Okay, and twist. Back to standing. Oh, give that leg a shake.
Well done. And well done, boys and girls at home. If you joined in, fantastic. That's all we ask. Just give it a go. Well done. Thank you, Miss Thompson. I really enjoyed that.
Welcome.
Do you think I was getting any better?
Do you know, Mr. Bartlett, compared to last week, I think you were. Because last week, I think you were touching the stage and holding on quite a bit. But this week, much better.
So it goes to show, doesn't it, boys and girls? If you do practice and join in with everything, you will improve in things. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
I think we've had a good session there, haven't we?
We
enjoyed
have.
it.
Thank you so much, Gav.
Thank you, Mr. Purdy, for coming along and joining us. You're welcome back any time. Miss Thompson and I will be here as ever next week. Hopefully, Mr. Purdy, we'll see you again in the very near future. But boys and girls, lovely to see you.
See you all soon. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.